The Forgotten Village, Episode 1. The Hidden Map. The monsoon rain had just begun when 16-year-old Arjun Mehta found an old trunk in his grandfather's storeroom. The trunk was dusty, smelling of mothballs and thyme, and filled with yellowing papers. His grandfather, a retired historian, had passed away 2 months earlier, leaving behind countless books and documents no one cared to read. But Arjun was curious. Inside the trunk, beneath stacks of brittle newspapers, he found a folded map. It was hand-drawn, the ink faded but still visible. At first glance, it looked like a rural district map from the 1950 seconds. Villages and rivers were sketched neatly. But one detail stood out, a village marked with a red circle at the edge of a forest. The name was smudged, unreadable. "What is this?" Arjun muttered, holding the map under the flickering bulb. He asked his father about it that evening. His father, busy with office emails, barely glanced at it. "Old maps, don't waste your time, Arjun." But when Arjun pressed further, his father's tone changed. "Listen, don't go digging into this. Some things are better left forgotten." That night, lying in bed, Arjun couldn't sleep. Why would his father react so strongly? His grandfather was a historian. Maybe this map was linked to some forgotten story. The next day, Arjun went to the district library. He compared the map with current records. Something strange emerged. The village in the red circle didn't exist anymore. Official records from the 1960 seconds onwards made no mention of it. It was as if the village had been erased from history. Arjun's pulse quickened. Why would a whole village disappear? That evening, his grandmother noticed him studying the map. She froze, her eyes wide. "Where did you find this?" she whispered. "In Dadu's trunk." She lowered her voice. "That place? Don't ever go there. It's cursed." Arjun's curiosity only grew. A cursed, forgotten village erased from maps? He had to know more. That night, when thunder shook the sky, Arjun made up his mind. He would find the village. "Tomorrow I'll go." Arjun left early the next morning, telling his parents he was going to school. Instead, he carried the map in his backpack and pedaled toward the forest edge. The path was rough, partly hidden by overgrown bushes, but it matched the markings on the map. As he ventured deeper, the sounds of the city faded. Birds called from high branches, and the smell of wet earth became as though the forest itself were holding its breath. After 2 hours, he reached a clearing. At the center stood a stone marker, cracked and moss-covered. Strange symbols were carved into it, unlike any script he had seen. Beside the stone lay a broken signboard. Arjun brushed away the dirt. Letters faintly appeared, but most were scratched off. Only 2 remained. Pool. He looked around. Broken mud walls, buried under weeds. A half-collapsed well. Rusted farming tools scattered in the grass. His heart pounded. The village was real, but where were the people? As he explored, Arjun felt eyes on him. He spun around, nothing but trees. Yet, the silence felt unnatural. No children, no animals, no laughter of villagers, just emptiness. Near the ruined well, he noticed something odd. A small brass locket. He picked it up. Inside was a faded photo of a young girl, smiling shyly, wearing a school uniform. On the back, scratched words. "Come back, Mira." Suddenly, a gust of wind howled through the broken houses. Arjun shivered. He stuffed the locket into his pocket and left in a hurry, vowing to return with more daylight. At home, he couldn't stop thinking of the locket. Who was Mira? Why had the village been abandoned? That night, his grandmother caught him staring at it. Her face turned pale. "Throw it away," she hissed. "That belongs to them." "Who?" Arjun demanded. She refused to answer. Instead, she locked herself in her room. Arjun realized one thing: everyone knew something about this village, but no one wanted to speak. At midnight, Arjun woke to faint whispers near his window. When he looked outside, He swore he saw a shadowy figure of a girl standing by the trees, staring at him.